Okay, we are going. Hello, my name is Jessica Lynn, and this is my knitting podcast. I talk a little bit about knitting, crocheting, quilting, a little bit of everything, and I am also the owner of Yarn Cave Dyeworks. I dye yarn, I make bags, and I'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. So, I was going to have a finished object to show you today, but I noticed a mistake about 6 inches. Yes, 6 inches down. And I was like, there's no way I can leave this just because I want it to be perfect. So I ripped out 6 inches of knitting. And so the shawl that would have been done for this podcast is not done. And I have to reknit that section. But it's so close to being done, it's really infuriating. And it has to be done in 10 days because that is when I'm getting married and it's a gift for my mom. So let's get right into talking about my current works in progress, my almost finished shawl. What did I do with it? So this is in my Fat Squirrel bag. I got it at SSK this past summer. And this is my Printer's Alley shawl by Joe Strong. It is getting very big. I am using Camilla Fiber Co. Yes, I don't know what is on this tag. Let me find a different tag. Weird. Here it is. Camilla Fiber Co. I'm using Moonflower, which is the white color. And I'm using Camilla, which is this really pretty pink color. This is a silk blend, I think. Yes, it's a silk and linen alpaca blend, and it's got a really nice halo and shine to it. So, like I said, I had to rip out 6 inches of this garter pink block. This is the last pink block before I do the final eyelet rows and then bind off. So it's very close to being done, and it was almost finished, and I was super excited because I thought I'm going to have this finished for the podcast, but that is not what fate had in store for me, so I'm back to knitting that pink part, but it's almost done. I'll definitely do a video of it before I gift it, and again, this has to be done in 10 days for my wedding, which is crazy, but I think I will get it done. So yes. And my other work in progress is my I wrote it down. Carol, it's my Old Town cardigan by Carol Sunday. And this is something else. I'm doing for a girl. I'm doing one of those popular, it's a machine knitted sweater that you can pre-buy and then you like stitch the baby's name into the sweater. It's really popular right now. But anyways, this is my Carol Sunday sweater. It's the Old Town cardigan. It is super itchy, full transparency. It was a terrible choice of yarn, but this is Moon Fiber Co. in 100% alpaca. While it is beautifully drapey, it is incredibly itchy. So this is my first sleeve. I'm down at the cuff right now. The reason I did not finish this sleeve is because I ran out of yarn. I just have to ball up the hank and keep going. I just haven't done that. That's why I stopped in the middle of this sleeve. And then I have one more sleeve to go, and then I just need to weave in the ends, and then she's done. But yes, take a look. Take a look. She's beautiful. I love her. And I will put it on, because why not? I think I am knitting this on a size 4 needle. This is my sleeve. I'm on the cuff. I hope the reason I went ahead and started doing the cuff is because I think it's gonna block out a little bit longer. So I wanted to give it room to grow. And worst case scenario, I just add a couple more rows on the sleeve. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it is pretty itchy. I'm gonna have to wear something underneath it, but I think it's gonna be a really cozy, warm middle of winter sweater. And this is a feather fan stitch that Carol Sunday uses in this pattern, and I really think it's beautiful. So yes, very excited about this. And again, I think this is being knitted on a size 4. Yeah, the US 4. So it's taking forever. Sorry, I'm getting close to the camera. Take it off. All right. So those are my 2 works in progress. No finished objects, very sad. I have a plan to start something new as soon as I finish that shawl. And I have it here to show you. I'm going to start a pair of socks. This is a bag I won at SSK this year. This is a handmade by Nancy Novak bag. Very cute. It's got little sheepies. And I'm going to start a pair of socks. This is Stranded Dyeworks. I do not know what happened to the tag. Is it? Yes. Oh, sorry. It is not Stranded Dyeworks. I don't know why I said that. This is String Theory in the color Volt. Can you see it? It's kind of bright. And this is a self-striping. And I got this ball pink. How do you want to call it? I don't know. I got this at SSK as well. It was in the goodie bag. I wish you guys could see my bunny right now. He's flopped over, laying down. Actually, I'm going to show him to you right now. I'll edit it. There he is. He's taking a little nappy nap. What a cutie. Are you straight? Kind of. So yes, that is my plan, my next whip. And I got some acquisitions this past week ago. So I run our local knit and crochet group here in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. And we meet twice a month. We have a morning group and a night group. And we meet at a local Panera Bread, and we have a really great time. And we went on our first knitting field trip. We went over to a yarn store that's like an hour away from us, and it's called the Creative You Yarn Shop. And the owner is Catherine Kirby, and she actually has her own knitting and crocheting podcast here on YouTube called Creative You Knitting and Crochet Podcast. Creative EWE Knitting and Crochet Podcast. And again, her name is Catherine Kirby. Her and her husband run their yard shop, and they are super kind people. They actually, her husband escorted us over to the place we wanted to eat at that they recommended so that we wouldn't get lost, which was really kind. The yarn shop was huge. It had a bunch of different yarns, and I actually got a acquisition there, so I'm going to show you that. Where is it? Right here. I got 4 skeins of Harvest Worsted by Earth. And this is cinnamon. And again, I got 4 skeins. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it, but it felt very fally and pretty. And I actually was going to get the red crimson color, which was like a grape. And I decided that while I loved it, it's not something I felt like I wanted to knit with. And this was something that I felt like I wanted to knit with. But it wasn't the first thing I gravitated towards, because usually like oranges aren't something that I pick up. But I really want to start expanding my color palette, because I love knitting with this type of stuff. It's just not something I'm more keen to wear. More keen. Hello? Keen. So I got 4 skeins of this. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I was thinking I want to make a squishy worsted shawl. I think that'd be fun. I think Andrea Mowry has a shawl that I was looking at. I'm not sure what it was called. If I think about it, I'll add the name on the screen. But that is all of the knitting actually I have right now, which is pretty sad. But I do have some quilting to talk about real quick. So for Again, for the billionth time that I've said this in the podcast, I'm getting married in 10 days, and I am making a sign our quilt guest book. So instead of a guest book, our guests are going to sign a quilt that I'm making, and it's going to be a small mini quilt that we can hang on the wall, and it spells out love. And I found this pattern on Pinterest, and I looked everywhere, and I could not find the author. I could not find the link to the actual pattern. So I took the picture and I basically copied it. So this is not my original idea. I don't know whose idea it is. I just saw it, loved it, and mimicked it. I don't know who this pattern belongs to. So I will post a picture on this episode so you can see the vision. But this is the first block, L, and then I did the V, and all of the other blocks are already cut out and the rows are sewed together. I just need to sew the rows with the other rows. Does that make sense? So I just have the heart and the E to do, and then I just got to put the 4 blocks together, and it's done. So I'm not worried about the timeline because everything's cut out, everything's basically done. Just got to put it together, and I think it's turning out really pretty. I'm really happy with the seams. They're really straight, and I think that's really critical when you're doing something like this that has lettering. It's really important to get your seam straight because it would be a very glaring mistake in something like this. Sorry, my computer's gonna die. Oh my god. I thought I had enough charge on there. Alright, so that is the quilting, and then I want to talk a little bit about Yarn Cave Dyeworks. So I have a lot of yarn in the shop. I'll leave a link in the description box. We have yarn, and I started doing bags, and the first bag we have is Just a Gal Who Loves to Knit, and it's a really cute canvas bag. It has a handle, and it would be a great grocery bag, project bag, beach bag, and the vinyl on it is actually kind of like a textile type thing. It's velvety, and you can feel it. And then I also have a mini project bag or a notions bag that says Knitter's Gonna Knit and has a very adorable little kitty on it. It's a zipper bag, and it's a canvas. It's a heavier canvas. It kind of has a water wicking film on it, which I think is nice. It kind of keeps water out, and yeah. So I really like that. And again, we have yarn and all kinds of things in the shop. So check us out. I wish I had more to talk about, but I just don't. I have the wedding coming up, and I have so much to do. I have been washing our tablecloths. I got these beige tablecloths, and I still have to put together the flowers. I have milk glass that I'm putting the flowers in, and it's really pretty. I'll take some pictures and post in here for you. And yeah, I'm really excited. I have to pick up my dress on Thursday, and it should be really exciting. I'm excited to see the dress again, and I think that is all for this podcast. I know it's really short, and it's really disappointing not to have anything done, but that's just how it goes sometimes, and yeah, I need to stop saying that. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I'll be back in 2 weeks, or a little sooner. I'm not sure, because I want to show you the shawl. So I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. Bye!